Hi lads, and welcome to episode 1 of my new FIFA 18 career mode with Rangers. So I did do one last year and I just kind of patched it halfway through, and I'm not planning to do that this year. I'm planning to at least get a season done, if not more than that. It's really how you guys really want it. If you don't want Rangers anymore, then I'll move or something like that. I'll just see how it goes when I'm doing it. So I did have it in Legendary, 5 minutes. Last year I had it in World Class, but I've improved my game, so I'm going to Legendary. And yeah, so these are the objectives to do. Financially and youth development, not very high. Brand exposure is high, that's like 8.8 million within shirt signings or shirt sales. And then the league objective is high. It's to achieve a high finish and to reach quarterfinals of a Scottish Cup, which is easily doable, I think. And obviously continental success is non-existent because we didn't make much progress. I shouldn't be making puns about my own club, but anyway, that is the team. As you can see, the team there. I do want to play 4-2-3-1, so with a cam, and I'm going to play Morelos up front probably. There's an offer for Tav. I end up just blocking all offers because I don't want to sell any of the players that are actually playing in real life. I want to play all of them, see how they are, and then when January comes I will see what I need to do with the team. But I do think I need to sign a left winger because Windass I don't think is a winger, and he's only 68 overall. I mean, I think I can get a bit better. In Kranjar, I do have him at Cam now against Boa Vista, who into the first European Cup game we do actually win 3-0. But I will be looking for a proper Cam because I don't want to be playing Kranjar. He's not fit enough in real life anyway, and he's 32 or something, so he's not going to grow. He's only going to be on the decline. So I'm going to bring in a centre attacking mid and left mid. That's what I'm hoping for. Transfer offer for Lee Wallace. Obviously he is injured at the moment, along with about 6 other players coming into this old firm in real life. I should probably just stick to the career mode instead of referring to real life, but that's just kind of, I want to keep this career mode realistic, and yeah, just as realistic as I can, because then it's better like that. I don't want to be signing, like doing financial takeovers and signing all these random players. So onto the global transfer network, I do want my scouts to find some first team quality wingers. I do end up putting the age down to 16-year-olds to 29-year-olds because I do want young players, or reasonably young players. Like Candace, he's 29 but he's still a good player for the squad. So 29 years old, that would be fine to sign for me. And into this second game against FC Metz, I think that's how you pronounce it, they do beat us 2-1. Dosevi until for them, and Candace gets a goal. I think that's his second goal of the tournament already, I'm not sure. But I'm looking at a few players. Brandon Baker for Hibs did actually look like a good player, but he's on loan from Man City. And I do go out and put out a youth scout, Jan Lundberg. There's Ben Clark at the top. Yeah, that's just an inside joke anyway. Anyway, the scout available, I put him to Scotland, as it kind of makes sense because we're a Scottish club. Want to find some young Scottish talent to possibly bring to the club. And Eduardo Herrera, I do discuss wages and all that with him because he'd had a release clause, and it was for 3.5 million or something like that. And I don't want to sell players until I know how good they are. I don't want someone coming in and getting Herrera straight away before I've used them, and then I could be like, he could have actually been a really good player. So I ended up just, his wage goes up by about 7k, and then we just get rid of the release clause, as that's the ideal thing to do. Go through all your players when you start a career mode and check that they have no release clause, because you don't want to have a really good player and someone just come in, pay a price, not having to negotiate with you, and just get them for probably a cheap price compared to what you would have wanted. But anyway, into that third game of the group stage, we won 3-0 against Augsburg. Now into the semi-final against Ghent, the Belgian side. I think they're Belgian. We drew 1 each, but Windass got the goal and we actually won on penalties, 5-4, so that's us through to the final. It's just an extra bit of cash, and we're against Metz again. We met them in the group stage. Anyway, yeah, so into this final, and the final score is they actually win 2-1 again. They beat us 2-1 in the group stage, they beat us 2-1 here. Aso Akoto with a goal, Coheed with a goal, and Candace with another goal for Rangers. So he's not doing too bad, but we lost the final, but it's still a bit of extra cash, and we were looking at more young players, because I don't really know many good players like 70 rated, so I really need to use the global transfer network to try and find a lot of players, because my knowledge of 70 rated players ain't the best, because I don't really watch that kind of football, if you know what I mean. Like if I was watching like Championship and English football, I would know a lot, but I don't know a lot. But that is obviously the purpose of the global transfer network. And as you can see, the player development training We do put Morelos, Windass, Rossiter and Cardoso in it. I might change that up as new players come in, but you can see my shortlist players. I've got McKenzie, Kennedy, Boa, Alexic, Silva, and then there's another player in there. But we go for Alexic, I think that's how you pronounce it. His current value is 3.3 million. We do go a wee bit less, 3 million, just to see what our chances are of getting him. It's not going to be enough to make the manager storm out, as it was just a wee bit lower, but he wants 3.75, which I'm happy with to do that, and he wants a sell-on clause of 10%. So basically, if I sell him for 4 million, then they'll get 400,000, which is hee-haw. So we go into the wage negotiations with Alexic and his agent, and we agree squad role important. He's a good rating. Contract length 3 years, and they want a wage of 17 grand a week, 250 grand signing on bonus, and 390 grand additional fees for 20 appearances, which I'm sure he'll make, but that is really nothing. I mean, that's 500,000 altogether, really, so that's not a lot. So we go into Hyundai Silva, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a 69 rated, 20 years old. He looks like he can improve, but we put in a deal of, or an offer for 1.2. They want 1.5, which is fine by me. They want a release sell-on clause for 11%. I offer 7%. It's not really going to make a whole difference. I mean, we're not planning on selling them, so that will be probably in a few years to come if we do a settlement. And yeah, so we go into the wage negotiations with Hyundai Silva, and we offer, his current wage is 4.6. We give him 5k a week and sign on bonus of 100,000. See if they accept that, and they are willing to accept that, but they want less wages. I don't understand that. Why couldn't they just accept that? For every 5, I think that was 5 goals, he gets an extra 100 grand or something. So that's all doable. That is easy for me. That's 2 signings made, Hyundai Silva and Alexic. So I don't know if you guys prefer this type of video where I just commentate over the top, or do you want me to do a live com? I might do that for the first game, I might do that for Old Firms, I'm not sure, but next game will be Scottish Premier League games. If you guys hit 10 likes, I will upload episode 2 tomorrow, so I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.